I think I've only ever used the map like a small handful of times. Does anybody give a shit about Dead Rising? Probably not, right? I'm gonna talk about Dead Rising for a little bit. Dead Rising was the reason I got an Xbox 360. Granted, I wanted, the newest Xbox. Cool, whatever. But Dead Rising looked like one of the best games I had ever seen. Because of that agent, we lost Chief Mendez and Ramon. Nevertheless, everything will proceed according to plan. I must admit, however, the loss of my loyal men is a bit disheartening, but I will deal with it. Replacing that loss will not come easy. I must choose wisely, for the Plaga reflects the conscience of their hosts. If chosen poorly, they could betray me. I need men who will swear their allegiance to me. I have learned my lesson when Sarah betrayed me. I will not make the same mistake again. Ooh, excuse me, burp. In this important hour, I cannot and will not have anyone stand in my way. Okay, sorry. About Dead Rising. So, it looked like the best game ever. Because at this point, it was 2005. So I was like 10, I think. Yeah. Ooh, cutscene.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
I love Krauser. He wasn't utilized enough in the series.
Each other clearly. I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
I believe him, Ada. He's got a comically large knife.
We'll see.
He just wants to fuck her. He's just angry. That's all. Resident Evil 4 wasn't my favorite game of all time at that point. I just wanted to play Dead Rising. That was all I thought about. I remember my neighbor got Dead Rising, and he had sold it literally the week I moved into that house. So I came over to play his 360 because he told me at the time he had Dead Rising. And then we went over there. He was like, oh no, I forgot I sold that. And I honestly wanted to cry. Fast forward 3 years, and I finally got my 360. Dead Rising was the first game I got. I sat down with it for probably 20 hours straight, I would imagine. I even did the infinity mode where... Oh, shit! That was awesome. I even did the infinity mode where I think survived for 5 days. I couldn't make it to 7, but I vividly remember just leaving Frank on top of that little picnic table area out in the courtyard and just going into the living room and watching TV for 10 hours straight. I had to keep going back into the room and healing, because in infinity mode, your health, for whatever fucking ungodly reason, is constantly ticking down. But I guess wherever I was, zombies couldn't get to, and the helicopter... Fuck you! The helicopter that patrols the area never actually attacks you. So I just sat there and did that until I unlocked the, laser sword. I called it the lightsaber, but it's more so electricity. But anyways, loved the shit out of it. Played it nonstop. Fast forward to the end of 2010. Pick up Dead Rising 2. A little disappointing, but I still loved it. I like the improvements they made. I like the combo weapons. Fast forward a few years after that, Dead Rising 3 comes out. I didn't have an Xbox One. 2016 I got one. Just like with my 360, Dead Rising 2 was the first game I got. Really enjoyed that one. I know for some reason a lot of people don't regard Dead Rising 3 with a lot of love. I honestly don't know why. I think it just did what Dead Rising 2 did, but better. I didn't like Nick Ramos better than Chuck Green, but small price to pay for having an open world Dead Rising where you could craft a fucking roller hog where it's like a motorcycle with a steamroller and a flamethrower. Come on, man. Then a couple years after that, Dead Rising 4 came out. And that was the fucking franchise killer. I get why people didn't like it. I had a lot of fun with it when I first played it. A lot of fun. I put a lot of hours into that game. But it's not really Dead Rising, if that makes sense. They brought back Frank West, but they didn't bring back the actor for him, TJ Rotolo. I don't know who they got for his voice, but they wanted somebody that sounded older. Because Frank West, he's aged. He's in his, 40s or 50s now. He's not the same man. So they didn't want him to sound the same. I think that was a bad fucking move. TJ Rotolo is iconic as Frank. That voice actor did a fine job. I enjoyed his performance. But it wasn't Frank West. The writing in the game was really cringy. I got a couple of laughs. But most of the time I was just like, oh god. Combat was great. Not having to sift through your melee weapons and your ranged weapons. Like, if you hit, X or Y, you would attack with a melee weapon. If you pulled the trigger, you would automatically pull out a gun. I love it when games do shit like that. I think State of Decay 2 did that. Biggest world so far. Zombies didn't really feel like a primary focus, because you're going after this, super intelligent zombie named Calder, whatever. It was fine. I enjoyed my time with it. I know I already said that, but then they were finally, Blue Castle Games, eventually becoming Capcom Vancouver because they got bought out, started working on their next idea. Cool. Dead Rising 5. Of course, Dead Rising 5. And they wanted to not bring it back to basics, but change just how it played and get away from the cartoony nature of just killing thousands of zombies. The original prototype was called Climber, and they wanted it to be closer to The Last of Us. Now, that's a cool idea. They got not very far. It was still very much like a concept phase, but god damn it, I would have loved to see Last of Us meets Dead Rising. I would really, really like to see how they pulled that off, especially on, I think it would have been the Series X at that point. Well, no, it was still Xbox One, but really would have loved to see how they pulled that off. I am a big Dead Rising fan, but I guess we'll never know. Sorry, I know I glossed over one of the most famous QTEs in video game history.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
It isn't the bitch in the red dress.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me.
I do love how we just get Krauser's knife now.
It's a level time.
It's the same thing. It's the continuity, especially with the vest. Like, you buy something or you pick something up that's supposed to change your appearance, and it actually does. I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
As a matter of fact, I did.
I'm sure there are other examples of it, but I'm currently going through that new Souls-like game, Steel Rising. And because the main character is an automaton, and as she starts getting more overheated, which is basically stamina, her back starts opening up more and more to vent, which I think is a really cool detail. And you can socket in these special, I guess I'll call them talismans or something like that. And there's 4 sockets on her back, and when you put one in, you actually see it on her back. I don't know. It's stuff like that. I love it, man. I feel like the closer we get to, real life graphics, the more detail we can put into it, the more stuff we can do like that. It's small stuff, but I'm a big fan of it. I know the reason we didn't get a lot of that before is probably because the systems couldn't handle finer details like that. But I always hated it, especially in games like RPGs where you would get a new outfit, you would get a piece of armor, but it wouldn't change how you looked. And it's what's the point? Why am I spacing on thinking of any examples for that? I'm gonna give the Resident Evil 1 movie credit, because they definitely took this from that movie. There's no way they thought of this, separate. There's no way they didn't see that movie. There's no way they're just I think I kind of want to do a, laser hallway. No, they saw the movie, they thought that scene was awesome. It does bother me that the lasers are coming out of are just floating against the wall. We're not going to pay attention to it, though. Yes, I am going to turn around and get the emerald up in the ceiling. Boop! first time I realized, oh, it's an elegant headdress, never mind. First time I realized there was stuff like that hidden in the environment, I lost my mind. Because I realized how much shit I probably missed. This part's always so weird to me. There's no time for resting. Of course there is. You look like a baller-ass pimp. God, that was so white. I love how it just stays... Question mark. I don't know why, but the, like, sci-fi lab stuff juxtaposed with ancient underground caverns, I was never a big fan of that. I don't know. I know it sounds stupid. Not sounds, it is stupid, but there's just something about it that I kind of hated. Like, it wasn't like that at any point earlier in the game. Just for some reason, there's a few areas in this chapter, or act, I call them acts. I'll report my findings about the plagas here. The plagas have three distinct characteristics. As mentioned previously, the plaga have the ability to manipulate the behavioral patterns of their hosts. The plagas are social organisms. By this, I mean that instead of living individually, they live in perfect social harmony. It is believed that they have a collective intelligence. That's actually really cool. This type of behavior can be seen among insects such as bees and ants. However, this kind of... They should have had a comma there. That bothers me, because there's a pause. However, this kind of social behavior is rarely seen amongst parasitic organisms. Perhaps it was a learned behavior by the plagas. I'm finding out that if this has any relationship with their first characteristic. I'm finding out if this has... Oh, I added a word. He didn't have that in there. The plagas have exceptional adaptation skills. They are able to live off of many kinds of organisms by creating a symbiotic environment quickly. This ability, when combined with their social behaviors, allows them to interact intelligently between hosts regardless of their host organism. I am ashamed to admit that my pure fascination with the plagas in hindsight has blinded me to the true research objective for the Los Illuminados. Even with the knowledge that Sadler was going to abuse the results of these experiments, I could not pull myself away from my research. As a result, I am just as responsible for this whole mess as he is. I see now that I was wrong. But can I stop their evil plans alone? No, you can't! That's why Leon's doing it. You're also dead! Sorry, rest in peace, Louis. Sorry, Louise. Leon's such a white... Louis! I guess maybe, Paul Mercier didn't want to attempt saying it and, like, yelling it, I guess. I don't know. Every time he says that, I just picture Shia LaBeouf's character from Even Stevens. No, we are still saving up for that. I don't know. I think I'm good. Got one of my least favorite boss fights coming up. It really just feels like it comes out of nowhere. I know there's probably backstory for the character that I'm missing that explains why it's down here. I just don't think it's a very fun fight. But, you know, everybody has their own opinions. Even if they're wrong. Like, look at this stupid suspended prison bullshit. Who came up with this? What designer was like, yeah, this is definitely something that would be in an underground cave? A suspended labyrinth prison. Kind of bugs me that you can't see it flashing in game, but that's fine. Ew! His frame rate dropped. Like, look at him! Where did he even come from? Why was he hiding in the wall? And, like, his design's fine, I guess. I guess it's just, like, the area you fight him in, maybe, I don't like. And this shit where you have to shoot all these open and get out before they collapse. I don't know, it's just not my favorite. And the fact that he drops in like that, it's like Verdugo, but more of a pain in the ass. Because it's not even like once you do this, like once you're done with this, he's dead, like he falls to his death, you still have to fight him later. You still have to fight an actual boss and waste a ton of your ammo. More ammo. More than what you're already wasting on this. Excuse me. I don't know, man. I know I'm doing a lot of complaining, but I don't like him. I don't like this fight. I don't like the area. Or arena, I guess. Fuck it, this isn't really an arena. I don't even know what you would call this. It's not really a puzzle either. Like, some people could maybe justify it and be like, oh, it's a puzzle. It's not just like a straightforward boss fight where you just fill them with lead. But it's not a puzzle. You just shoot the big glowing green buttons. That's it. Yeah, I know. I hear you, fatty. Oh, that was rude. That was really rude. I'm sorry, you two. Okay. I do like how easily you dodge it, though. Like, most of the time, if you get hit, it's kind of your own fault. It gives you more than enough time to actually dodge it. I think most of his attacks, they actually prompt you to dodge them. There's one attack that it does with this like pincer thing it eventually grows that you just kind of... Fuck! He heard that I didn't like his boss arena. There's one attack with it... Really? With his pincers that you can't have a button combination to dodge. You just kind of have to back up or, you know, run away. Here we go. His pincer form. I do like this thing, though, because it's got a little mouth on it. And if you're really close to death, it can just cut your head straight the fuck off. Like, this is literally Verdugo when he's coming out of the ceiling. Come on, guys. Really? This was your big idea? Just do Verdugo again? Whatever. It's at least easy enough. Sometimes you'll get a couple of cheap hits in, but most of the time, like I said, if you get hit, it's kind of your own fault. The door should open now. Hey guys, I'm right here. Stop. Stop. I remember one time he did that attack in that room like 5 times in a row, and I actually almost missed it. Like, missed getting out and died just because he just kept doing that attack. See you later, fucker! Just blips out of existence. Okay, stop it. Stop giving him a hard time. He's trying his best, damn it. Also, I always thought it was weird that the camera angle in this section is so far above Leon compared to where it usually is when you're fighting enemies. Hold on. I know there we go. Like, it's so far away. What? Is he not dead? Swiggy to swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Yeah, and like, this fight's fine too. It's just, you know, shoot it until it dies. I know. Suck it, bitch. Woo! Fuck, I felt that. I'm just glad they give you all these explosive barrels. It really sucks unless you have one of the stronger infinite ammo weapons, just trying to kill him with just your guns. And I like that these gates are here. It just sucks that he can destroy them. Is that it? It was just a 2? That's fine. I'm just going to close him behind a gate and start shooting at him. Come on. Come on, what are you waiting for? Stop trying to hit me and hit me. I won't use a ton, but... Bitch. Bitch. God, I really hope that hit and I just couldn't see it. I think it hit, yeah. I was gonna say, I really can't afford to miss any of these shots. Dude, you're clipping through. That's not fair. I can't do that. Oh, Jesus! I totally thought it was going to be more than just one hit. Holy shit, that actually got me. Run! Run! I'm actually going to take that thermal scope off because it's kind of giving me a headache. We could do this. I'll get my accuracy back up. Not that I really care too much about it, but... Come on, get stunned, get stunned, get stunned. Come on. Woo! Not dead yet, because he's going to get back up, but... Kinda like a halfway point. Like letting you know that you're... Ah, there he goes. Again, it's just Verdugo, except he's going to come out of the ground this time. Oh, I know Verdugo does come out of the ground when you're on the sewer grate. What am I talking about? It's just... You hope that he gets stunned when you use a weapon that's not that powerful. You just pray to God that he gets stunned before he can actually hit you. It's like El Gigante. There we go. See, like I said, he's not that bad. I just don't think he's very fun. Especially coming off of Salazar and like Mendez, where those boss fights are awesome. Those arenas are awesome. Like in the Salazar boss fight, getting fucking dropped down there with all the parasites. It's flush with ammo. You can use it to get away from him. Mendez's fight, where it's literally in a burning barn where he breaks apart and he's got multiple phases. You can't just hide from him if you climb him up the ladder. Now, this is definitely a lower... Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Lower point. You can use this to take it back over. Not 100% sure what's over there. I know I said I'm like an expert. I don't even know if there's a reason to come back over other than a fucking green herb. I mean, yeah, I'll take it. Don't bite the hand that feeds, I guess. Will you bite the hand that feeds you? That sounds like I'm mocking him. No, I actually like 9 Inch Nails. I was going to say I can't sing like Trent Reznor, but I can't really sing, period. Only mentioning Trent would probably lead some people to believe I have the capability to sing when I don't. Just wanted to make sure there was no possibility. No misunderstanding. And then... Sorry, we got another boss fight coming up after this. Like, really fucking soon. Yeah, I know. I love this. Hold on. That's super awesome every time. Please don't hit me. I should really stop using this weapon, because I am almost out of ammo for it. I'm almost out of ammo for a lot of guns. I am kind of scared, because this next boss fight is a little bit more of a pain in the ass. Still a lot cooler than you two, but nonetheless kind of a pain in the butt. He was probably one of the hardest bosses in the game when I originally played this, because I didn't, at the time, use the exploit that I'm going to show you guys today. I just tried to brute force it, and it was a fucking mess. Thinking back, I probably just did a lot wrong. Like, I made the fight harder on myself than I should have. But, I don't know. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll agree with me. You all will. In time. Bluestone of Treason. I think that was the last one, so I can sell this bitch. Dude, for the longest time, I did not know that a lot of these treasures combine together to make them more worthwhile. No fucking clue. Until maybe like a year after I played this game. Because this Let's Play is stretched out so long, I probably said that at some point before, but it bears repeating. I felt really stupid. What's this then? Krauser's note. It turns out that old man Sadler wasn't boy me from the start. No, I'm not going to piss anybody off like that. Even though I succeeded in kidnapping Ashley, I sort of sensed this when Sadler didn't completely let me in the loop. Oh, he feels left out. Under the circumstances, I had no other alternative but to call for her assistance. Perhaps she knew this was the way it was going to turn out all along. My guess is that her ultimate goal might be different from Wesker's and mine. This is just the perfect opportunity to find out. And after I get rid of Leon and retrieve the sample, I'll put her in a body bag along with Leon and send them both to Wesker. I can't remember. Do you actually see Wesker at all in this main campaign? I know you see him in like separate ways in Project Ada? Operation Ada? Why am I blanking on what that mission is called? Whatever. I know you see him there. I honestly can't remember if you see him at all during the main game. It might be a thing where he's just, like, talked about, but, you know, you don't actually see him. I'll buy it at a high price. You're welcome. Like, see, normally that Lynx is worth, like, 10,000, and each of the gems are worth 3,000, 3,500. I was a stupid boy, I was. Bam. Like, it's not the best upgrade, but I think it's super duper handy. It's probably one of my favorites. Yes. Yeah, I'll do reload speed. Like, I don't have a ton of ammo, but I've got a fuckload of money somehow. I feel like playthroughs, it's one or the other. You usually have a ton of ammo and not a lot of money, or a ton of money and no ammo. When Resident Evil 5 was announced, I was reading a preview for it, and I just kept saying, please let me be able to buy ammo, please let me be able to buy ammo. Like, I get why they did it, but I at least wish they would have done something like in Resident Evil 3, where you combine items to make ammo. I think that was one of the best improvements in the franchise. Lord knows you definitely need it. Huh. I got a lot of grenades. The boss fight is literally right around the corner. That's why I'm saying that. I'm going to put the scope back on, because it's actually really useful for this fight. I think we'll be okay. I think I got this. I definitely got this. And I got a bunch more TMP ammo. Yeah, we'll be fine. I believe it gives you more broken butterfly ammo, too. Should be okay. I know this isn't the best organization, but it's fine. Yeah, right? That looks fine. Yeah, definitely. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Sorry, I know you guys probably want me to actually carry on, but happy attaché case, happy life. Doesn't have the same ring as happy wife, happy life, but I mean, who cares? It kind of blows my mind that after playing this for 15, 16 years, doing this every time I want to switch to a new weapon or I want to use a healing item, it never gets frustrating. I think because it pauses the game too, that definitely helps. It's kind of a very quick reprieve, like it's a breather. I don't know. It shouldn't work as well as it does, but it does. It's amazing. It's probably one of, if not the best inventory system ever. I like it quite a bit. That's why I was saying for the remake, I just want to see the attaché case.
So, you two are all hooked up now.
Took your shirt off, Krauser.
Where's Ashley? Do you really want to know?
How long has he been waiting here for me to walk up?
But you'll need 3 insignias to open it.
What are you gonna do, Krauser?
There's one in the north, and the other in the east.
And let me guess, you got the last one.
Pretty much means you're on a tight leash.
Sounds like you thought this one out pretty well.
Just miraculously missed every single shot. And then I'm miraculously back there. Why? Please go in. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do here. There's a pro Krauser speed run. We're gonna cheese this motherfucker. You guys ready for this? You guys ready? I don't think you are. Hide. No. I'm sure y'all can figure out how this is gonna go. This isn't even the main fight. He pops up like 3 times, and each time you just gotta damage him enough that he throws a flashbang and leaves. 3 or 4 times, actually. 1, 2. Sometimes he's kind of cheap because he's hiding behind something, but you can usually spot his shadow. I'll show you guys that as soon as we're done here. Please start throwing your damn flashbang. I do not have time for this. I got a world to save. Come on. I know you want to run away like a bitch. Come on. Come on. So I'm going to waste all my shotgun ammo. There we go. He threw it at himself, but whatever. Still counts. Still cool. This area contains one of my least favorite enemies. Yeah, you see the, Yep. Normally, if you don't spot his shadow and pull your gun out, he runs up to you and bitch smacks you. I know it seemed kind of stupid to have the infrared scope on there, but you guys will see in just a second how useful it is. It's kind of cool that he can tell when you're aiming at him. Kinda. Eh. Right here. Hold on. Don't know what I just dodged. Oh. Shit. The goal is to get him to walk over. Okay. His little head. His little head. Oh shit! I forgot that he actually jumps down. No. Thank you. Whew. We're good. Shit, I actually think he pops out, depending on where you go, 5 times. Just seems excessive. I feel like you just use so much ammo in this opening of the boss fight, whatever you want to call this. But like even this, it's not, you know, perfect, but even this is better than the U2 boss fight because at least there's something you're doing. It's not just running. It's not just hitting switches and hoping that you can make it out in time. Ooh. This part was always so weird to me. And then... Whoop. Oh! Shit! I could have sworn it was this... Oh, I think, after I damage him a few times, he, like, jumps back up there, and you have a weird dialogue with him. Come on. Ah! I know it's with a knife, so he technically stabs you, but it... There we go. I'm not falling for that old trick.
Just trying to have fun.
It's so weird. The lead designer's just like, let's stop right in the middle and just have Krauser cut a fucking promo. Come on. Fuck you. Oh, so that's awesome. I love that. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Hello? He reminds me of the Terminator, like the way he jumps down and then spins around to look at you. Very robotic. I know. Keep throwing those goddamn grenades. Hello? It's just silent for a second. Is that it? There we go. And then this strange puzzle, but not puzzle in the slightest. I played this game enough times, I've sang its praises. I think I've earned the right to nitpick a couple things here and there. There we go. So if you try to go over to that lever first, I think you actually have to fight him like 5 or 6 times, because he shows up there. He shows up there anyways, but if you try to go that way first, he shows up an extra time. I didn't know that when I first played the game. I thought you always had to go that way. I did not realize that you could just decide to not go over there. And then... Oh. Hello? Oh, you can see his shadow again. Bitch! Really? At least I shot it out of the air. That was pretty cool. And max health. Asshole. I love how much blood flies out, like you fucking kicked him with a foot blade. Yeah, there we go. I knew it was gonna happen. Damn it! I swear, I'm normally a lot better at this part. There we go. Bam. Yeah, no, I can wait on that. Don't use that just yet. It just goes into the floor. These fucking things, man. You can kill them instantly, but I don't like them. I don't like them. If they spot you, beep, 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 and they start running after you, they also dig themselves into the ground. Yep, that noise. That fucking noise. He shoots back. The guy's literally got a mounted gun on the drone. And... feel a little bad. Actually, no, not really. They're a pain in the ass. My past, I suppose. Umbrella. Sure. Every time! Back! God, I fucking hate that part. They get a free hit on you. I hate it so much. No, 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 no! Ooh. You can see why I do not like these fuckers. I do not like them, Sam. I am. Okay. Time for the throwdown. It's a fine boss fight. It's just difficult the first time through. First few times through, actually. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to say I had a handle on this. I don't even know how many times I had to beat this game before I had a handle on this boss fight. I always dreaded it coming up. That noise every time you pick up important... How did you get up there?
2 down, 1 more to go, Krauser.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. That does look super cool. I have the power!
Prepare for your death,
Leon, if you miss this, you actually have to start the fight mashing to get back up. Hold on. Okay. God, this part is actually really stressful. No, no, no! Ah, see, because that can happen. You can hit him too soon. Okay. You have to wait until, like, his other foot comes out. Dude, on Professional, this was such a lifesaver. I saved so much ammo. And you would think this is like, I was going to say, you'd think this is doing like minimal damage. The fight is so much faster if you do that. And yeah, I get it. You're kind of cheesing it a little bit, but who cares? I played this game a lot. Krauser, what happened to you? You used to be a good guy. I just picture the good guy dolls from Chucky. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here and save the president's daughter. I can't believe how close we are to the end of the game. Are you guys psyched? I'm psyched. I'm really psyched. I wish you could combine these and put them in all at once instead of having to go in one at a time and do it. Watch, somebody's gonna come up in the comments and be like, you can combine them, dummy. And then I just delete every video. LP over. See you later, fuckers. Damn, man, that is a good-ass hit ratio. It's also insane how close we are to 1,000 kills. What do we do, guys? What do we do? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Rotate your saves! Jesus Christ. Not making that same mistake again. I fucking promise you that much.